Hi, welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name's Lindsey. I'm a self-taught watercolour and gouache artist. So if you're new to this channel, hi and welcome. On this channel, I provide easy to watch tutorials to help you learn more about painting in watercolour and gouache. So I've got two boys, they're 18 and 14, and then I've got 6-year-old twins. I've also got a little Cavapoo dog. She is amazing. Her name is Sky, and she came to live with us about 1.5 years ago. She's such a good little girl, and we just love her so much. She literally is like a little baby. So if you're not already a subscriber, go and hit that red subscribe button. It's free, and I would love you to join in with us. First update on my life is I've been having some health issues. In 2019, I was suffering really bad with my health. So I was aching from head to toe. I had severe fatigue. I could hardly do anything. It was such a struggle to, look after myself as well as 4 children. I just had no energy whatsoever, and I just felt always unwell. So I never got to the bottom of that, and I did have blood tests and they said I was slightly low on iron, so that could have been the cause. And I have noticed that when I started taking multivitamins and liquid iron, that helped me massively. One brand that I would highly recommend is Floridic, and I actually recommended that to one of my friends who was suffering with her energy levels, and she said it's a game changer. So if you haven't tried Floridics, I highly recommend the multivitamin and the liquid iron, because I was actually recommended that by one of my friends, and she actually bought me a bottle because it worked for her as well. And honestly, it has definitely changed the way that I feel. But I would say about 2 years ago, I noticed in my videos that my head shakes. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I did go to the doctor recently about it, and he said it's like an essential tremor. And to be honest, I wish I never mentioned that I suffer with anxiety, because straight away it seems like he just had it in his head that he was shaking through anxiety. And to be honest, I'm not entirely happy with that, because I'm not sure if it is anxiety, to be honest. I have suffered with a lot of stress over the last years. I had lockdown, I've had a breakdown in my marriage, I'm a mum to 4 children, and that can be quite stressful, but in a lovely way, but it can be quite stressful, as most mums know. And also trying to build up this small business has been amazing. Honestly, this has worked wonders for my mental health. If I didn't have YouTube and my art, I don't know what I would have done. I would probably be a lot worse off with my mental health, to be honest. But yeah, I don't suffer from depression, but I do suffer with anxiety, and the head shaking seems to be getting worse. So I am going to go back to the doctors, because he said he gave me bloods and tested my thyroid, and that came back normal. So he said if that comes back normal, he'll do more tests, and maybe we could talk about anxiety medication. So my friend is on anxiety medication. She gets these sort of head shaking and physical symptoms, and she said the medication helps her, but I'm starting to notice it a lot. So when I'm talking to people, I can notice like my head is shaking, and I don't feel nervous talking to people, so I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Yeah, I'd love to get to the bottom of that. And I've noticed that my neck sort of jiggles sometimes. It's like it's kind of like a reaction, or like something that I can't control, which is doing my head in, to be honest. So yeah, that's one update. Another update, and this is an exciting update, is that I'm going to start a Patreon page. So if you don't know what Patreon is, it basically means you sign up to my Patreon page. You can pledge a certain amount to help me, to help support me as a small creator. And in return, I provide you with helpful content to help you. So I'm going to provide step-by-step tutorials in watercolour and gouache on my Patreon page. I will also provide things like a line drawing that you can print off and trace, and you can transfer that onto your watercolour or whatever paper you're using for gouache. I'll also add videos like product reviews, because I love doing art supply reviews and talking about my favourite art supplies as well. So you get to see more of the behind the scenes me as an artist. So I like to show you my painting process and how I do things really as a self-employed artist. So yeah, I can't wait, because this is something that I've been building up to for over 2 years now, through following other Patreon artists and just loving their content and learning so much. I wanted to provide that for you as well. So I can't wait to set that up, and my goal is 5 or 6 weeks time I want to have that page up and running. So I want to let you know in advance, just a little sneak peek, just my plans really for the Patreon page. And it's going to take a while to set it up. I've made a welcome video, and I want to have enough tutorials on there to get started. So my plan is to provide, hopefully, 2 tutorials a month, as well as 1 product review video a month, and behind the scenes look at what my life is like as an artist as well. So I can't wait for that, and I'll let you know when I launch as well. So if you know anyone that's learning watercolour or just really loves learning, pass this link on to them, and let them know that I'm starting a Patreon page, and I can't wait. Another thing is, I've got some Jackson's art hauls coming up. I've had quite a lot of deliveries from Jackson's art, and I can't wait to share some of the stuff that I've bought, because I personally love watching videos like that. It gives me a really good idea of what art supplies are on the market, but also what's good, because I don't want to go and pay for something that's crap. I want to know from other artists what they find good and good quality and things like that. And yeah, I love sharing those videos with you. So I'm going to be making some of those. I've actually got some from January that I need to edit. So yeah, I just haven't got around to it. It's just crazy, isn't it? Life just takes over, doesn't it? And time goes so quick. I also want to make more content for YouTube, and I want to make more of like my day videos, because I do struggle with making a full-time tutorial for YouTube all the time. So I'm going to be doing a mixture of like paint swatches, my favourite paints, tips, all that type of thing, and I want to push more YouTube videos out, and I'm probably going to get or source an editor, because although I can edit videos and I always edit my own videos, I struggle with time, because editing videos is what takes up a lot of my time. So yeah, I'm really struggling with the editing, to be honest. So I want to do that. So if you know a good editor, let me know. So I wanted to make this video as a little update on how I'm doing as an artist. I'm now classed as self-employed, which is amazing. It's such an amazing feeling to actually know that this is my job now. No matter how much money I earn, I'm focusing a massive chunk of my day on creating this content for you and painting as well as being a mum to 4 children and a dog. A few quick things about myself. If you don't already know, I'm absolutely obsessed with tea. Like, look, I can't start painting, I can't go in the bath, I can't watch telly without having a cup of tea with me. And I've always got a cup of tea with me, whether I'm working at my laptop or whether I'm doing my makeup in the morning, ready for the school run. When I was a child, my mum used to make me a cup of tea before school every day. So it's just implanted in my brain as a routine every morning. I need to have my cup of tea. Literally, it's the first thing that I think of when I wake up. I don't know why. Is that sad? I just don't know why I think of a cup of tea as soon as I wake up in the morning. It's just habit. It's always been a habit of mine. I also obviously love art, so I love anything creative. I've tried scrapbooking, jewellery making, acrylics, oil painting, card making, sewing, you name it. I've tried everything that you can imagine, to be honest, but watercolour is something that I've stuck to the longest. I can definitely pinpoint why I love watercolour so much, and it is because of the way that it moves on the paper. That first time that I ever used watercolour, I was just amazed by how it went on the paper and how it sort of exploded and moved freely. And I remember saying, wow, I love this medium, because I can still remember the first thing that I painted was watching a YouTube tutorial, and I painted some feathers. So yeah, I can always remember my first time I tried watercolour, and that was over 3 years ago. I'm also a huge Disney fan, so my dream holiday is Florida. I love Florida so much. Universal Studios is my absolute favourite, and I'm saving up now to take my kids back, because the last time I went was 2016, before my twins were born. So we came back in the March of 2016, and then I found out I was pregnant in May, and then my twins were born in December. So how crazy is that? Like, it all happened in the same year. Literally that year, I'll never forget 2016, because in the same year, My son started high school, my other son started in year 3 because they're 4 years apart, and I think the transition from infants to juniors is so massive. So they both had big transitions into school, and then obviously I found out I was pregnant, then we found out it was twins, which was crazy. I moved house, so I was packing everything from my house and then organising and painting and everything while I was pregnant with twins. And it was also my husband's 40th birthday. So all that happened in the same year. How crazy is that? Oh, I forgot to mention Florida. We had a holiday in Florida in the March of that year. It's crazy. Honestly, I don't know how I coped. I had a little bit of my lemon mousse. Yeah, so I'm going to stop going on about that now. Yeah, but anyway, I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole, haven't I? What I was trying to say is I'm a massive Disney fan. My favourites are Cinderella and Rapunzel. I also am obsessed with Moana's music and the film as well. Maui is my favourite. I get so excited when the song You're Welcome comes on. I know most of the words to that song now. One of my favourite Disney films was always Aladdin, and that's been overtaken a bit now by Rapunzel because I just love the film Tangled so much. It's so funny, isn't it? And I love Flynn Rider, he's amazing. So if you're a Disney fan, what's your favourite Disney film? Let me know in the comments below because I love anything Disney related. So if we can start a conversation on Disney, I'll literally be here all day talking to you. Also love Harry Potter. I just think I'm a dreamer at heart, so anything to do with Disney and Harry Potter and magic, I just love it all. To be honest, I should really start painting magical themes because I just love anything like fairy tale or just wondrous, and yeah, I just love it all. Harry Potter, massive fan of that, and Hermione is my favourite. I've also got a small addiction to chocolate. Marvelous Creations, I think it's called that, isn't it? I think it's by Dairy Milk. I had a whole bar of it yesterday and it was a massive bar, about that big. That is one of my favourites. I also love Reese's and of course Ferrero Rocher. That's probably my ultimate favourite chocolate. I love anything with hazelnut in it. I'm also a massive lover of music and dancing. So my favourite type of music is dance music. I love pop. I love a bit of old school, so Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, Queen. I love all that. But I really love garage music. I recently went to a festival, actually a garage festival with my friends, and we saw So Solid Crew there. How wicked is that? I literally was starstruck. Harvey and Romeo Den. I love being outside and in nature, so my watercolour paintings reflect that. So I love animals and nature, and I paint a lot of subjects to do with those two things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Why did I say video? Please let me know if you've got any suggestions for videos, and I'll make a note of that. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'm off to see my little girl's sports day now, so my one daughter, Scarlett, she's really competitive and she's really looking forward to winning medal today. Bless her. So I can't wait for that. So I'll see you soon. Bye.